Hey, Eric. Good afternoon.
We really need music. We need music to start. We need background music. It's going to happen someday. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon to you.
Well, here we are. Another Friday has come upon us. It snuck up this week with the short week, right?
Right, with the Monday off of school.
Although I don't know for a lot of people whether that makes a difference or not.
Right.
It's
Well,
like
my
Monday,
kids have been off school all year long. What do you mean?
and they're locked in their rooms anyway, so you don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're on school, maybe they're not. So um, another day. But well, actually, I think we took advantage though of the extra day last week. We went on a very nice hike
Nice.
and did a family day out. So you can't go wrong. I'm thankful this week particularly that we're not in Texas.
Seriously, I know our hearts really go out to everyone affected by the weather in Texas. It's been something to watch for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
And um, and then we look out our windows and it's 75 degrees.
Totally.
It's so and how thankful we are. We can enjoy
Yeah.
the outside time with family, even though it is mid-February and still considered winter. So anyway, how was your week?
I think my week was fine. I also feel like it was a blur. I don't know. But I think my week was good.
Okay.
I think it was all right. Nothing too memorable, but definitely enjoying getting outside a lot. It's been a beautiful week.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's supposed to last through the weekend. It's supposed to warm up, supposed to keep going. So
yeah.
How about you at home? Everybody out there?
Yes. How is everyone? We're so glad you're checking in. Feel free to say hi in the comments so that we can greet you by name. Greetings to our friend Rochelle and to our friend Jay. We're really glad you guys are here. Hope that you have had a nice week and that your families and friends are remaining healthy. You know what I think is so crazy, Eric, is that despite so many people now getting the vaccine, there are still people who are getting sick with the virus. And it feels kind of like, it's like almost hard to believe, right? It seems like we should have turned that corner, but I'm still hearing about people who are sick.
Right, and I think we're trying to be so hopeful, and we are encouraged that people are getting the vaccine. But like you said, I know we personally know people who are still who have still suffered from illness and been very sick.
Yeah.
And so it's just a matter of just everyone sticking it out, really. I think, keep doing what you're doing. Keep wearing your masks, keep social distancing, keep disinfecting your hands, and don't spread it to, if somehow you were exposed, be responsible and don't spread it to others.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then soon enough, hopefully, I know we had the meeting with the reopening task force this past week.
Right.
We've had conversations among staff, and soon enough, we'll be able to start those plans to be together again, whether it's going to be start out, outside, or figuring out different groups and people that we can bring back into the temple building. But it's going to get figured out, and once we can do it, we will do it. So everyone just know. But we just want everyone to be safe. Be safe in your group, in your home. Keep doing what you need to do to stay safe, and we'll all get through this. So
absolutely.
It's a year, right? It's like the anniversary.
Yeah, we're right around the corner from that 1 year, which I think that's going to feel particularly emotional for so many people, as we have to really start repeating the cycle of holidays and special events.
I mean, wasn't it that Purim basically the last?
It really was. We had our big Purim celebrations that weekend prior, and then we had Torah Center the following Wednesday. And I remember standing at the door with hand sanitizer, thinking like that was all we needed to do. And then I think it was the next day, like on Thursday, maybe Friday, we made the decision to close the doors. Yeah, but we really had no idea on Purim what was coming.
I think there may have been a couple of people who were in masks, or I think there was somebody that instead of shaking hands, we bumped elbows.
Interesting.
Like
there was one congregant I remember who texted me and she said, "We're so sorry, we're not coming to Torah Center today or the carnival." She said, "My husband's very concerned about the virus and we're not coming." And I remember thinking, okay, like it seems so foreign to me that we really could have been headed in the direction we were.
Yeah.
So here we are. So speaking of Purim, though, we are not going to let any kind of virtual environment get in the way of a really fun Purim. I'm very excited for all the celebrations to kick off next week. We'll actually have kind of a taste of the kickoff this Sunday at Torah Center. We're going to have like a little mini Torah Center Purim, like taste of Purim during our assembly on Sunday morning, and to kind of get us in the spirit of Purim. And then next Thursday night, so like in 6 days, we'll have our Megillah reading and some fun activities for families that Thursday night. And then Friday night, we have our Shabbat service, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be in the theme of Mamma Mia, like an ABBA themed Shabbat service. So, and I understand the Cantor House is working on getting different people to guest star throughout the service and sing some different songs to the tune of Mamma Mia.
If you're an ABBA fan, if you're an ABBA fan, email us or email the Cantor, let her know that you're up for singing a prayer or singing a song in Shabbat mode, but with the ABBA energy behind you.
Yes. Are you a dancing queen? We want to know. Yes. Let us know. So that's Thursday night and Friday night. And then what are we doing Saturday night?
Saturday. So this is exciting. For those of you who know, Jonathan Cass has been actually the director of our spiel for the past couple of years. And I nudged him on a task, and he worked with Paul Krugman, I think, and also and Barry
Kogert.
Barry Kogert. And they came up. They went through and they collected some videos that they had of past Purim spiels, and we are going to do a viewing party of sort of a highlights of a few years of Purim spiels. So
how fun! So
we're going to do Havdalah at 7:30. And you can also come dressed in costume for Havdalah if you want. For Purim, it's a villains. We didn't tell people.
Thursday night it's a villain theme, right?
Right. But for Saturday night, just come in costume or be ready to have fun. We're going to do Havdalah, and then we're going to do a viewing party, and we're all going to watch online these probably about an hour of highlights from past Purim spiels. So it should be really fun.
Awesome.
We'll send out some recipes and some fun drinks that you could prepare either in their natural alcoholic form or in their virgin form, it'll be a fun Saturday night. It'll be spieling from home. So
awesome.
If you know how to make Jello shots and you want to do that, you should get ready to have your Jello shots ready for Saturday night.
All right, and then if you're feeling up to it on Sunday morning,
right? If you're sober on Sunday morning,
on Sunday we'll have as part of our religious school morning from 10 to 11 a great big Torah Center Purim celebration, which should be awesome. Our teens have worked really hard on putting together a spiel for us, which is they've recorded at home and in their own separate homes, and then it's been edited together into a wonderful production. So I can't wait to share that with everyone. And we'll be dressed up.
The director, there was an amazing person who put together all of the.
An amazing director, yes. We've hired her from Hollywood or from Eugene, Oregon. But yes, my daughter Joanna has been doing the direction of the show and the video editing, and she's worked really hard on it. And really, all the teams spend a lot of time going to rehearsals and recording videos, and it'll be great. So we'll be showing that as part of our Tourist Center morning. That theme is Disney. So, I mean, the way I see it, it's like 4 days of Purim, 4 costumes. And if anyone knows my love of costumes, that's awesome. 4 costumes. But they only have to be costumes from like the waist up, you know, like you can't see, you know, your bottoms when you're sitting at the computer. So I'm working on my costumes from like here up.
It makes it's at least it's less expensive, right? You don't have to go for because I mean, you know, probably shoes for costumes is probably one of the most expensive
This
things
is true.
to do.
Yeah,
You know,
could wear slippers.
So you could eliminate that. You could be in your PJ bottoms and then just, you know, go on, do quick changes for the top part. So
yeah. So do join us, everyone. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Purim Central.
And we will also let everybody know we're going to have a big Purim email and marketing blast over this next week, because we know that our community has been anxious. What is Temple Israel doing for Purim? We know it's going to be something fun. So now we have it all together. We're gonna
So in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be bringing Sasha and Chloe on. I want to remind our viewers that if you have any questions for Sasha and Chloe today, please put them in the comments and on Facebook. I am monitoring them and I can be sure to share them with our guests. My mom is watching. Shabbat greetings to you too, Mom. We're glad to have you here. And I know there are more of you watching, so you got to just put your names in the comments so we can greet you by name.
And which is nice, you know, Sharon, I was speaking with a couple of congregants this week, and you know, I know it makes me personally feel good. People like this show, and I know Sharon and I love doing this show. It's actually one of the things we talk about as our favorite thing, of our favorite thing to do each week. But people really have enjoyed getting to know even friends that they've had, people they've known for years, and hearing a story that they hadn't heard before, or
right.
understanding a reason why someone is called something or what have you. And so people are also watching it during the week, and it really, I know it makes me feel good that we're able to do something that's connecting our congregants together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, Eric, if there's anything else you want to talk about what's going on at the temple, should we bring Sasha and Chloe in?
Let's bring them in. I mean, there's always stuff going on at the temple, but there's not Chloe and Sasha in our waiting room. So.
Okay. Here they come. Here they are. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Anything Goes.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome. It's awesome to have you guys here. We wish we could be in person, but you know, this is a really great substitute in the meantime. So, you know, Eric was just saying that one of our favorite parts of the week is this show, and it's been such a treat to be able to get to know people that we've known for a long time even better. And I am proud to say that I have known Sasha and Chloe literally since they were born, which is amazing. And it's been a real honor to be part of your journey. And I'm excited to spend the next hour or so with you in conversation.
Thank you. We're excited.
All right. So how it's going to work is I'm going to give our audience a brief introduction of who you are, and then we'll just start chatting. All right. So for everybody at home, Chloe and Sasha Pullman are seniors at Milliken High School. They've been going to Temple Israel's Torah Center since first grade, but essentially they've been members their entire lives, as Sharon just said. Chloe loves playing drums and guitar and loves drawing. Sasha is involved in several clubs on school campus as students demand action, and I hope I'm getting this right, but it's human, environment, and then animal rights clubs. I don't know if they're different clubs or all at one club, but
they're all one, but yeah.
Okay. All right. She loves playing music and cooking and doing art, particularly with her sisters. And Sasha looks forward to studying environmental design in college. Both sisters have been very involved with our Andy youth group and served on our Andy board through their high school years. Chloe, for the past 3 years, has served as communications vice president and now is the financial vice president. And Sasha is the current Andy president. Both sisters feel that their sister, as well as their older sister, Allison, are amazing people who support and inspire them. And so with no more ado, let's welcome
Yay.
and Sasha to our show.
Yay.
So we actually always start with kind of the basic question, which is, how are you? Now we're a year into this this pandemic, and you two are seniors in high school. So what has that meant for you and your family this last year, and what have been the biggest adjustments?
Definitely been a roller coaster, but it's we're really grateful to have each other, and we've been pretty good. We're making it work, and we have school and work, and we love playing games together, and so we're having a good time with what we got, and we're okay.
Yeah, I think it's been, oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
to have time together, especially because we're both going to college next year. So it's been kind of fun to be all together all the time, even though it wouldn't have been that way. It's been nice.
Yeah, I feel like especially for teenagers, or parents of teenagers, like it's been such a radical change of pace, right? Of your lifestyle. I definitely have felt that way with my own teens. Like it's been a bonus, like a little gift to have this time that I would not have normally had with them. So nice to be able to see those silver linings. Yeah.
Are you tired of seeing your parents yet on a basis, or or are you all good at sharing space together?
We're good.
Yeah, when we need a break, we know where to go.
Yeah.
But we're good.
In a lot of ways, you said you have each other, which is great. The fact that you're friends, and you like each other, and spending time together. How's it been? Have you found dealing with friends that you have? Are you finding it? Are they having more challenges right now in terms of that lack of social, that social connection? How's that working for your friend groups?
Yeah, definitely. Especially because we both have friends that don't live near us, or that we know from Nifty and other programs. So I guess for us it's been hard not to be able to see them. And yeah, we've always been very close, and we're always content hanging out with each other. Obviously we love our friends, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been that big of a change, just because we always hang out anyways, and we have very similar friend groups. But yeah, I definitely think for other people it's harder, and I think I don't know, we're just different in that way, in that we're very close with each other, and I don't think other people have as close siblings to hang out with all the time. We go to school together sometimes in each other's rooms and stuff like that we're very lucky to be able to do.
Yeah, that's really sweet. I know you guys are involved with so many different things. Have a lot of your activities, have they been able to pivot and do stuff online, or have some of them kind of been on a hiatus?
Yeah, I think Andy has definitely been the most continued, I guess. We've been able to shift that really well, mostly thanks to Shara. I meant to say Sharon and Kara, but I said both of them at the same time. Thanks to you guys.
Because Sharon and I were called Sherrick.
Yeah, and Sharon and Kara.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I think our school clubs have struggled to continue. And your band, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah. I was president of my film club at school, and with COVID, I just didn't know how to do that from home. So yeah, that kind of stopped, and I was in a band, and we were going all over Long Beach playing, and so obviously that kind of had to come to an end. But a lot of things that I'm still involved with have gone online, and it's been pretty good. But some things, yeah.
I know for some guests we've had on the show, people have been able to kind of pick up new hobbies over this past year when, other things had kind of stopped. Anything that you guys started doing, like any new like interests or hobbies that you've developed?
Did you make bread? Did you make challah on Fridays? That's been a popular one. Everyone's cooking and baking. So
We definitely did cook and bake. We have been cooking and baking a lot, but
yeah, I picked up guitar over quarantine, and that's been awesome. I really like playing guitar.
She's really good, and she taught herself. It's crazy.
Amazing. You just watch videos or something, or you really just taught yourself?
I just kind of like looked at the pictures of like the chords, and I was like, all right, put my fingers here, got it. And so
even the bar chords and everything, you can do that?
No.
That's so hard.
Not yet. We're working on that, but yeah. So I picked up guitar, and that's been awesome, and it's just a new thing that I love.
What did you do with your band before guitar? Or was there another instrument you played, or you were the singer?
Yeah, I played drums. So I've been drumming in the garage, jamming out by myself. But yeah, I played drums in that band.
Well, guitar will get you out front, so
Yeah.
you can't be a lead drummer. There's a few of those. Nice to get out from behind the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Sasha?
Yeah, well, I started doing yoga a lot more, which has been
that's interesting.
I did it kind of last year, but I definitely got more into it this year just because I had a lot of time. And then I also more recently, and partially for school, have been getting into graphic design. So I started learning how to work with Adobe Illustrator, and I've been working on a project with that and just kind of exploring it, which has been really fun.
That's really cool.
In your part of the bio, it said that you were looking to study environmental design, right? As well. Are they using Adobe, or is that just? I mean, it's a good program to start with, and then.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that program is more focused on like architecture and urban planning, but I'm sure having knowledge of Adobe will help me.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I'm sure our viewers are curious to know, like, what does applying for college or selecting a college look like during a pandemic, right? Like, we talked with some of our seniors last year who thought they had it rough, right? They thought, oh my gosh, 3 months without high school. But most of them had had opportunities to visit college campuses and had been in-person classes for the majority of their year. Can you tell us a little bit about what it has been like to have to pick a school and go through that process during the pandemic?
Yeah, so we were pretty like on top of it, or we like started looking very early, so we were actually able to visit a lot of not a lot, but most of the colleges we ended up applying to before. So yeah, we got kind of lucky with that just because we started looking early. But college has really shifted really well, and there's so much online stuff, which I think should have always been there just because some people can't travel and go visit the school. And so those resources have been really cool. We did a lot of like online webinars and went to talks, and it ended up we learned a lot about the schools that maybe we wouldn't have.
Yeah. Honestly, it was kind of like better, especially with like the SATs. Like,
yeah,
I did not take the SATs, and I wasn't looking forward to it. So I was like, all right, kind of cool. So that was, that helped, and kind of like more lenient on grades and stuff, and so that was kind of nice. And yeah, the school that we wound up applying to, some of them we got the tour, and we had already like done a lot of research on them, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and then in terms of like the actual process, I think we had more time to work on our applications, maybe just because being home the whole day, I guess, just gives you more time. I didn't realize how much like time it took to like travel to and from school. Like you were just done with school and you were already home, so stuff like that. We just kind of had more time,
right?
Which is nice. Yeah,
that's great. So are you ready to announce where you're going next year, or is it premature?
Yeah,
we haven't quite committed yet.
So okay.
I plan to
All right, so it's not a confirmed thing, everyone. Just don't release it to a press release. Anyway. Okay.
And say your major.
I'm planning on going to Lewis and Clark in Portland, Oregon.
Nice.
And I'm planning on majoring in rhetoric and media studies.
Rhetoric and media studies. Cool. I don't really know exactly what that means. Do you know what that means, Eric?
Once you throw rhetoric into a college major that's really interesting.
What does that mean, Chloe? Do you know yet?
Yeah, I kind of know. Well, it's kind of like a mix of a bunch of things. So it's kind of like the media part is kind of like film and television entertainment. And then the rhetoric part is kind of like analyzing like speeches and stories and public speaking and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I visited Lewis and Clark with Joanna last year, year and a half ago. What a gorgeous campus. It's
Yes,
I mean, yeah, I mean, really, it looks like it's got something out of a fairy tale. Like, I just couldn't really believe what that looked like.
Yeah, we were able to visit last May 2019, which was really cool. We took a family trip to Portland. So, and yeah. I was more originally interested in Lewis and Clark, and Chloe wasn't really when we toured. It was funny.
That is very funny. Nice. So, Sasha, and where did you decide to go?
I'm planning on studying sustainable environmental design at UC Berkeley.
Woo, nice. So you're both headed north.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Berkeley is a beautiful beautiful campus and exciting city.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, that's really nice.
You guys you'll only be a couple hours away from each other as well. To get to, drive-wise.
Drive-wise, it's kind of
it's far, but yeah, it's a 45-minute flight, I think, if you try to get to.
Yeah, we're we both applied to schools on the East Coast, so we're happy to be closer to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine what it'll be like to not be under the same roof?
I mean, well, so I studied abroad in Israel last year. I was sent home early, but that was 2 months where we weren't together, or she visited, so it wasn't even honestly. But we were mentally preparing for it to be 3 months.
It felt like years.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of done it before, just a matter of weeks. So it'd definitely be strange, but I think we'll
definitely be distracted, obviously.
Yeah. So. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're used to doing so much online, so you can see each other all the time. Too.
Yeah.
Do you think your parents are ready though for you both to be gone?
We'll see. I don't know. It'll definitely be weird for them.
I'm waiting for one of them to pop on screen right now and be like,
no. Yeah. I mean, they did it once with our older sister,
but we were we were 3 when she went to college, so it definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess anything with twins, it's sort of double the impact, right? Yeah. It's all happening
at once.
Twice at once or something like that. Yeah.
Fun.
Well, I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Speaking of twins, so and then being twins and having grown up at the temple and from the time being here, is there anything that you guys remember as sort of a defining twin memory or something moment that you guys either caused some trouble or just had some laughs as twins?
These two look like troublemakers, Eric. I mean, if they caused trouble, they did it without my knowledge. Don't blow it now, girls.
Well, I'm sure their parents want to know if there were things that happened that nobody knew about. That's sort of fun. Is now you guys are scot-free. It doesn't matter. You're going to college. I mean, I'm sure even from the time you did it, the temple's a whole different building. So even if it doesn't really matter. So
yeah, we're not really troublemakers, but do you want to tell it? It's not really a story, but it's just something funny.
Well, the porn show, how many years ago? Two years ago? It was the Little Mermaid. theme, and we were cast as the twin eels,
The guard.
the guards, and we had like green.
We were evil.
mohawks.
We were evil in. Were we evil? Yeah, we were
I
evil.
think so.
We were evil in the play.
and we had like little
Matching
mohawks.
neon green mohawks and sparkly suspenders. And we were
Yeah.
definitely looked more like twins because we were wearing identical outfits,
Yeah.
which we've never done, even when we were little. So that was
It's interesting, you know, like now you guys, you know, you have your very distinct look and personalities and what have you. Sharon was saying when I was speaking to her before that as young girls, you guys looked a lot more, had a more similar look. So was there any attempt to fool anybody or try to pass off as the
no, I don't think we would ever succeed.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We don't think we look anything alike.
Yeah.
People say sometimes that we do,
We're
but
like, what?
we're not similar in like many ways. So I think it would be hard to trick people.
Yeah.
What would have been some of your so not thinking as twins, but just as individuals, would have been some of your favorite memories of and things that you'll miss about Temple Israel as you move on to college and move away?
So many things.
Yeah, a
Oh
lot of
my
things.
goodness. We were just thinking, weirdly, the kitchen. Like it's such like a strange thing, but we'll just miss like being in that kitchen. It just brings back so many memories. We used to go in like in 10th grade. We'd go in during class and get snacks, or all like the cooking days that we had in there. Just like I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, and like another thing that comes to mind is our grandparents.
Yeah. So
At Temple, like we'll miss them so
definitely
much.
had a huge
Yeah.
impact.
I wish we could take them with us.
Yeah.
We'll miss them a lot, and it's just like everything.
Yeah.
It is strange to imagine kind of transitioning away from, you know, a place that you've been at every week or multiple times a week for, you know, your whole life. Of course, I don't have to say this, but, you know, it will always be there, right? So whenever you come back, right, it will be your home forever. All right, I just have to quickly, because, you know, we were talking about it, but look, here is a picture of the
Oh,
ears.
yeah,
There you go. There are the girls in there.
Oh my God.
And funny matter.
Sharon, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It made me miss that not only it was a great picture, but it also made me miss being in the sanctuary for things.
Yeah, I'm gonna want that framed.
No problem. I've got lots of versions of it.
You'll pick which Sharon will send you the whole list, and then you can just choose which one you want.
Yeah. We were talking before you guys came on about the Permaspiel this year, how unique it is. Yeah, what's that been like for you guys?
It's been fun. Definitely gave us something to do for a little bit, which was good. I liked it the way we did it this year. It was definitely a little less stressful, less memorizing, which was nice. It was fun.
It was really
to like
fun.
film it. It was fun. Yeah.
Can you give,
We had a lot of fun.
so people who are watching, and even me, I don't really have a sense of what it is. So
Okay.
can you describe what may be?
So we, instead of writing, so Abby Harmatz and Joanna Brown wrote the spiels for like the past many years. We were very nervous for what this year was going to look like without them. But we managed to get Joanna, and Joanna came up with a medley of songs that we've done in the past. So it's just songs. There's a few speaking parts, but we had rehearsals and we recorded our songs individually. We learned the dances and everything. And Joanna is amazingly editing it together, and it'll be kind of like a normal-ish show. And it's going to be really fun and cool, and bring back some memories.
It's really fun. It's like there's this colorful background, like a graphic, right? And then you've got all the cast members pop up on little video squares, and they're dancing in their videos, and they figured out a way to interact with each other, even though they're not in the same place. So like, they got direction to look this way, but the other person's looking this way. And so it looks like they're talking to each other. It's cute.
And we had a lot of fun doing it together because we were able to do rehearsals right next to each other, which made it really fun.
Right. We had that in our house too with Sadie and Brandon, right? They were able to do a couple of things together.
Yeah.
And with the power of movie magic, it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that'll be, so we're gonna, and then that's gonna, a week from Sunday, we'll get to see that.
Yep.
The 28th.
Exciting. That's fun. So for people who want to get to know you guys better, individually, what are things, so we know there's music is part of your life, and you're getting to, Sasha, you're getting to know Adobe Illustrator. What are really things that you love and that motivate you and get you waking up and moving in the morning and say, this is what I love to do, and I want to spend my day doing?
I guess recently it's been a little different. Oh wow, that's a good question.
For me, I love filmmaking and writing, and so I love movies and like watching them and writing my own, and that's something that I'm interested in studying in college. So that's something that I love.
Any good movie recommendations or show recommendations? We like to ask our guests because, people are always looking for the next thing to binge or a movie to watch.
Well, Sasha and I, we just watched this new movie that we really like that we would recommend. It's called Save Yourselves.
Okay.
It's a little weird. Some people might find it a little too weird for them, but it's funny. It's on Hulu.
If you like, sci-fi and a good laugh, you'll like it.
And then like on that note, Chloe and I just started a little website. And it's kind of like a little publication where we're just going to be like writing about things that we like and think are interesting. So Chloe wrote our first article, which was a recommendation of that movie.
Okay.
And I'm writing an article about good sustainable brands. So that's something that I mentioned this in what I'm studying in college too, but very passionate about the environment, and I really have enjoyed like combining design and sustainability, and that's what my project for school is with Adobe Illustrator. I'm designing and writing a sustainability guide. So that's, I guess those two things. I like combining them, so I like did our website, and that's kind of what's been happening recently.
That's really neat. So people want to find the website, where do they go?
It's not published yet.
Okay.
Because it's still kind of, we literally started like one Wednesday.
But it's a real work in progress.
We've moved pretty quickly with it, actually. It looks pretty good. I'll let you know. I'll send
let us know.
What program are you using to design it?
We're using Wix, which has like a lot of platforms already, but you can also like design more of it yourself. So
is it essentially like a WordPress format where kind of easy to plug in?
It's pretty simple. And
Adobe has Dreamweaver, but you have to learn code to do that.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's not really my thing.
I would suggest that. Chloe, for the movies, if you're looking to do movies, I know people are using their iPhones to do movies, or what's the equipment that, or are you using a camera, or what's the format that you're using?
Yeah, nothing fancy. I just a couple of years ago for Hanukkah, I got like this just like Canon, like just digital camera, and you can like film stuff on it. So I've just been using that, and just very low budget items like for lighting. We have this really fancy lighting equipment that's a piece of cardboard and tinfoil.
Fancy.
and so yeah, just that camera and just whatever we can find. Yeah.
And do you study any of the? Have you seen any of the like classic movies, or is classic to you considered the 80s, or what are what genre and what what are you using as inspiration?
Remember, we're in our 40s, so don't
Yeah.
be careful.
I mean, all sorts of
Yeah,
things. I
kind
just
of
like
all over the place.
really all over the place. But a couple of years ago, I went to film camp, and I watched like a lot of like classic like horror movies like Psycho and The Shining and Rear Window and Vertigo. So those are like classics that I've seen.
Nice.
But yeah, like everything is inspiration. Every movie I watch is like my favorite movie. So yeah.
Funny.
I know in my house it's always hard to. I try to get my kids to watch movies that I grew up loving, and there's such resistance. I don't know if it's just my house or but as soon as something doesn't look in HD,
Yeah.
that it's too old to
That happened like
Yeah.
today. Our mom like wanted us to watch this movie, and then we saw it was in black and white. We were like,
or
There must be
something
some
takes,
good movies that they've introduced you to, your parents. There
Oh
must
yeah.
be.
yeah.
Okay.
but also dealing with my kids are younger than I have a 9-year-old and 11-year-old, so they're part of the YouTube generation of fast forwarding every second that's happening to them. Any movie that has a setup of where it actually tries to develop some characters, there's not action happening in the first 2 seconds, where it's also a long shot. So it's a challenge, actually. It's to make movies now that sort of grab everybody's attention, and also are meaningful, and that really speak to people in different ways. So it's a tougher generation to please, I think.
Yeah.
Sasha, so your dad is really into design.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've had him on this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was actually we talked to him because he was very involved, or has been very involved in getting restaurants back up and running, and during with the pandemic, having outside space that's usable, and he was also very involved in the temple project. Do you work with him at all in terms of your thoughts and your design, and do you guys bounce ideas off of each other, or has he been an inspiration to you, in that way as well?
Yeah. Well, he's definitely been an inspiration to me. I don't think I would have found my passion for design if he didn't like introduce it to me, I guess. And just yeah. So and then also like he shows me designs for things, and yeah, like we go to sites with him and stuff. So we kind of just both of us have just like grown up looking at designs of things and going to different places and like hearing him talk about them and like pointing out what's good and what's not, and and just being in like around him and hearing his comments on things. Yeah, definitely bounce things back and forth, and also I like having like the resources that he has and like connections. I've been able to talk to people, like the sustainability officer at his firm and stuff like that. So that's been really nice, and he's like helped me search for college programs and all that stuff. So definitely been an inspiration and a big help.
It's great. I know for both of you, I mean, you've grown up in Long Beach, right? You've in really a pretty small geographic space, right? Even previous house is not too far from your current house.
Yeah, barely
So it's so it'll be quite an experience for you guys to be able to live out of the area, and Chloe, for you, out of the state. And it's exciting to be able to see so many different kinds of things. And then you can come back to Long Beach, hopefully.
Do you know if the situation at colleges is it going to be? Are you planning on being in a dorm for the first year, or?
Yeah,
Dorm.
Both of our schools were on campus this year, so that makes next year look pretty good. We'll see what it's really like, but definitely we'll be on campus. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. And I know that your family, your older sister welcomed a new baby into your extended family this year. Tell us a little bit about your nephew.
His name is Luca. He's 7 months old. And he's so cute and sweet, and we just love him so much. Yeah.
A little boy for the Pullmans.
Our dad.
Are they local as well, or
they live in the Bay Area in San Francisco.
Oh, okay, so you actually may have more of an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh, look. It is really cute.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah, your older sister Allison was one of my first students at Temple Israel when I first came there. I think she was in my first 8th grade class. When I first came to the Temple, I actually taught the 8th grade class in addition to being the director of the Torah Center. And I remember having her in that class and all of her friends and our trip to New York City. And so
Oh, that was that first.
Time flies.
It's crazy.
She was part of that first New York trip for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Time flies. But as I've told everyone, like, I'm not getting any older. You guys are just getting older. And soon you will catch up.
That's what happens. Yes.
We just meet in the middle.
We have, I know we have some people watching the show. Is there anybody, are there any questions, any well wishes from those who are watching online?
I think people are just so proud of you guys and proud to have been part of your time at Temple Israel. J.L. Hadith in particular says that he's so proud of the amazing young women you have become. Yeah, a lot of pride in the two of you for sure.
I know you've both been involved with Andy, and as different vice presidents, and was that just sort of a natural progression of you were participating and hanging out and liked doing the activities, and it made sense just to join the leadership? And
yeah, kind of. I guess I think kind of weirdly I got more involved with Nifty and then kind of like made my way back to Andy because I guess freshman year I went to my first Nifty event. I didn't know anything about it, and then I kind of realized how the Temple youth groups are like the foundation of Nifty, which is a big national thing. And so I got involved with Andy, and that like led to more opportunities. And that's kind of, I guess, how it happened.
Yeah, and Sasha joined Andy a year before I did, and it's kind of like the same thing. I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'll join Andy. And then I saw Sasha and I was like, oh wait, she's kind of having a fun time. She gets like blankets and stuff. And I was like, I really want to join Andy. And
oh my God.
And so I was like, oh, I should join Andy. And then I joined. And I was like, this is the best. And I had a really fun time.
The swag is pretty cool. All the Nifty and Andy swag, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then full circle. No, I designed swag.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
That's good.
For those watching at home, I mean, I think they should know that really Andy we have one of the more successful teen programs in the country, and definitely in Southern California as far as the involvement of our teens. And I give credit to the leadership just coming, not only, yes, we have great staff, but really we have great teens who
absolutely
the get-go of Andy really pushed the program. And you said you worked with, Abby and Joanna and, and their predecessors who really got Andy going.
Right.
So.
It's pretty cool how it really is there's a certain sense of mentorship and generational leadership there. And it's really cool. And it doesn't take that long to go from a new member, right, to being the president or on the board. Right? It happens quickly.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon, should we ask our concluding questions?
Yeah.
So how we end our show each week is that we have a series of questions. probably have never heard of. There used to be a show a long time ago called The Actors Studio. You could probably see some versions online if you want to YouTube it or whatever. But there was a guy named James Lipton who, the show is based in New York. He was a professor, I think, at NYU, and he would bring on actors and directors and what have you. And he would end the interview with a series of questions that basically the people he's interviewing, we just want the answer that comes off of your head. So we'll throw out the series of questions and just answer as what comes to your mind, okay? And have fun with it, don't take it too seriously. The first question, and I guess you'll just, whoever answers first and then the other will answer, will figure it out. First question is, what is your favorite word?
Oh my gosh.
Your favorite word?
If you're going to be a rhetoric major, I don't know if is
I don't know what my favorite word is, but I like the word mindful, just as a way of life. So I guess I'll just say that.
That's nice.
All right. What is your least favorite word?
Kind of just it's hard.
What sound or noise do you love?
Her voice.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh, that's so nice.
It's so nice to hear siblings who get along. My kids have some of that. They're learning to love each other, I think. What sound or noise do you hate?
Our fire alarm, which goes off too easily, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to share the same.
Yeah.
Right. What profession would be a dream profession that you would like to attempt?
SNL cast member.
That would be cool.
Owning a cafe, probably.
Interesting. Do you have a favorite local cafe, Sasha?
Ooh. Well, my favorite coffee shop is Rose Park Roasters, which is close to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my other one is on 4th Street also, or it's right off of 4th Street, called Wide Eyes Open Palms.
Oh, I've seen that one. I've never been there, but I have seen it.
Adorable, and the owners are really awesome.
Okay.
What's your drink of choice?
A matcha latte.
Have you been to the Ubuntu? Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really close to our house, so we can walk up.
Next question is, what profession do you see as definitely not for you? You could never picture yourself doing.
Probably a surgeon.
Ooh. Yeah, surgeon.
Yeah.
A math teacher.
All right. And this is a, question. It's a very long time off, but it's gonna, it's what we end with. So if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh my goodness. I have no idea. Why are you?
We can still see you.
He's like, that's really hard.
Well, perhaps it's something that you can sort of be a motivator, right? As you kind of go into the world and continue to make a difference, right? Is that, what are those, what do you want to be remembered by, right? And we know that at this, stage in your life that we are so grateful for all the wonderful blessings that you've brought to this community. So I would say, when you graduate, what do you want to hear, someone from the temple say about you? And I would just say that
That's a good way. Yeah.
that I am so very proud of both of you, and you are so highly valued by this community. I was saying to Eric that there's so many things that I love about you guys, but I think probably the top of my list is how you support one another. I love how you celebrate each other's differences, and the fact that you are really always there for one another. I just find it so heartwarming. And I remember talking with both of you, Sasha, when you were headed to Israel, and there was this excitement for what was to come for you, Sasha, and Chloe, you had this excitement for Sasha too, right? But there's also this just like, kind of a bittersweetness, right, of not being together. But you were still so supportive of one another's decisions. So anyway, I cannot wait to see what happens for you guys in your next chapter.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Very welcome. And one thing we didn't announce at the beginning of the show, but we can say it now, that Eric and I are very excited to report that this is our 25th episode of Anything Goes.
Right.
So we've reached that milestone. So Sasha and Chloe are our 25th set of guests. So thank you so much for sharing the afternoon with us, and to all of our viewers, thanks for hanging out with us for 25 episodes.
25.
And Rochelle, I saw Rochelle Anderson said something about she hopes this show continues post-pandemic, and we do too. So we're already thinking about that. So yeah, it's definitely been one of our favorite things, and yeah, 25 plus. Here we go.
Here we go. Chloe and Sasha, like Sharon was saying, really a pleasure. It's great getting to know you better, and what a credit you guys have been to this temple, and really, I know your future is so bright, and we can't wait to bring you back and hear about your college adventures and beyond, and
the rhetoric, even the rhetoric.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you can do a whole movie about and,
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. So we will look forward to seeing you guys very soon, and to our viewers, we will see you next week. Please join us for Shabbat this evening. We have Tot Shabbat, and it starts in 15 minutes. And followed by Shabbat services at 6 o'clock, and Shabbat services in Torah City tomorrow, Havdalah tomorrow, and Torah Center on Sunday. Never a dull moment, right? Oh, and Andy event tomorrow night, right? I shouldn't forget about that. There's always something to do at Temple Israel. So thanks, you guys, and thank you, Eric, and we will see everybody very soon.
Everyone have a great weekend. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Bye.
Bye.